Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. So I'm gonna do a get ready with me, but also a chit chat on how lockdown has been going for us, and just a little bit of a chat, a little bit of a catch up. So I have washed my hair, but it is still a little bit on the wet side, so yeah, I haven't dried it yet, so that's why it's up. But anyways, so I haven't done my makeup in a little bit, like proper, but I'm not going to do it too proper because I'm not going anywhere, so there's that. But anyway, so I just want to do a little spray. So lockdown for us, we're now in level 4 in South Africa. Here looks, if you see me looking to the side, it's just because I've got a mirror here. So, gorge. So yeah, it was a little bit difficult in the beginning, just like not being able to go like see your family or see your friends and all of that, but being like where I work, because I work for 2 doctors, I kind of knew it was coming, so I wasn't as shocked. If you hear the sound in the background, he's obviously cutting up pallets and he's making a TV unit for us. So that's the drilling sound and all of that. So I do apologize for that noise. So yeah, but I mean, I wasn't like, from a fitness perspective, I wasn't going to the gym already when COVID started. I was doing more walks outside and stuff because I knew like it's a small environment and I didn't want to, you know, basically subject myself to possibly getting sick there. So I already started making like a few little changes before we hit like proper lockdown. But in any event, let's just get started on the makeup. So if you've seen, well, I don't know if it'll be up by this time, probably I've updated this, well, I've done a skincare thing on my skin that's currently gone a bit AWOL. So yeah, it's not looking too bad today, but we'll see. So I'm gonna do some concealer first. This is from Max Factor. It's actually called Radiant Lift Concealer, so it's actually for like your under eyes, but I ran out of my oatmeal concealer, which I would usually use due to COVID, so that's fun. Anyways, so this one's got like a little funny little thing on the end there, you can see. So I'm just gonna pop that on a few of my marks, and you just kind of squeeze it and it comes out pretty easily. So yeah, that's been one of the things that obviously you can't get now, is like makeup until I don't know if it's gonna be level 3 or level 2. But yeah, it is what it is, guys, and we've just got to stick together. So yeah, one of the biggest like differences is obviously I was like smack bam in the middle of a new fitness routine. My favorite foundation is almost finished. This is the Catrice one. It's got like the tiniest bit, so I'm saving it in case I have to go into the office periodically, because we are still now, although we're in level 4, my bosses also feel that it's just safer for me not to be really too exposed unnecessarily, but if I need to go in, then I'll be able to go in, kind of thing, you know. I left like all my brushes in the other room. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I did leave my brushes in the other room, and here's what I would usually use to conceal, but it's like pretty empty. So yeah, again, saving all my good stuff for if I have to go into work. So yeah, we've still been basically working from home, still assisting like with patients and emergency surgeries and all of that stuff, being my job that I have 9 to 5, and just yeah, working wherever we can, doing what we can. So I'm gonna mix 2 foundations. This one is a little bit too yellow for my skin, and this is a bit pale, so I'm gonna combine the 2 and we'll see how we go. Just wanna make sure I don't mess everywhere. So that's the only thing, like I was saying, like I just got into being into a new routine. Like I was doing a lot more functional training and not just standard weightlifting. And then obviously all of this happened with COVID, and then the lockdown started. Like when I started to hear about it, I stopped going to the gym because I just didn't want to get infected. So I'm just gonna paint what's left on my mixing brush onto my face and get a beauty blender. I have like the oldest beauty blenders. They're clean, but they're so old. And now I'm just gonna pat that into my skin. So yeah, starting with like my fitness thing, that all changed, and I just started going for walks. I also started getting a little bit of flu in the beginning, and I thought, oh my word, I had COVID. So I ended up going to my doctor because it was quite bad. I had a temperature and I was like sweating. It was like, it carried on like 2 nights, and I was like, oh my word, because we were just starting out with it. And I went to the GP, and at that time they only did like testing on like severe cases, or if you like really have come in contact with people, obviously that would come from out of the country. This is a much better color, yeah, together. Which I hadn't, so I wasn't really high risk, so they didn't test for it. So luckily it was just flu, and I did get over it. So yeah, that was a little bit scary. So I was just walking and all of that, and that obviously changed. And then as that changed, I also began to get a bit stressed in terms of like, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna have a job? And you know, which my bosses are the best. They obviously like reassured me about everything, and you know, they kind of planned for this to happen because of it was going on behind the scenes for quite a while. I think we just weren't made aware of it as much as we should have been. But yeah, so I was just like getting really stressed, and then when I stress, I eat. So I wasn't eating like my normal foods, and then lockdown hit like smack bam, and you couldn't get like takeaways or anything, so we had to start cooking and like using what we had. And I didn't want to go to the shops at all. So that's my foundation done. You can see it's pretty good. It's a good match. I have bags under my eyes though. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I didn't go to the shops from when the lockdown first started. Danilo went because I was just too nervous, because when I get sick, I get really sick, and I was like, I'm not gonna risk it personally. So I just, yeah, I stayed away. I could have sworn I brought my thing out now. Losing it slowly. Anyways, so now I'm gonna put on some powder. I don't have my normal powder here with me. Again, I didn't bring it from the room. So I'm just using my Naked Urban Decay Skin Palette Shapeshifter. I'm just gonna powder my face. I can't stand like when foundation is really wet on the skin. I mean, I know everyone's all for that dewy glow. I'm not really about it. I'd rather use a highlighter to create that look. And I'm not a makeup artist anyway, shape or form. So this is just what I do. Okay. That'll do. So, and then just spray some Revlon Sport Fix on. So yeah, and then like you could only, obviously like I didn't want to go to the shops, so Danilo would go to the shops, and then we would just cook like mostly healthy, but then there'll be days where we'd have like a lot more pasta than what we'd usually, or make like homemade pizza, just a lot of different, trying different things. We made like pasta from scratch. Danilo was really good at that, so we started doing that. And yeah, so just like not eating my normal, and then also having like chocolates, because buying snacks, because usually obviously when I'm at work I have my 6 meals a day and like proper meals during my snack times, and we just didn't do that, and we didn't have the like the drive to almost do it. So we just like had snacks and stuff, and a lot more like wine guns and chocolates and just stuff that I wouldn't normally eat. And I'm not really as into sweets as much, but then I found myself, then it was Easter, oh my god, and then you're like, oh, I had a lot of chocolate, so my diet was really bad, hence the skin, hence go back to the other video before this one. So that was that, and I did pick up a few kgs during this lockdown. I've picked up 2.5 kgs during the lockdown. Or might have been a little bit before too, because like it was leading up to it. But yeah, that's it. That's the honest truth, guys. I've picked up weight. Daniela was under the impression it's gone to my butt, which is not a bad thing, so I'm like, gains. But yeah, so I'm back to now, obviously just, I learned how to train more at home again, which I used to do before I had a gym contract. Just thinking, I hate foundation. And I don't have my wipe. Try and wipe it off. So yeah, I started doing a lot more home workouts, getting my home gym equipment and stuff out. And yeah, that kept me a bit more motivated to work out. I was just trying to keep like some sort of a routine going. I'm waking up like, because obviously we didn't need to drive to the gym or anything. I'm just putting on a base color on my eyes, nothing fancy. So I would wake up a little bit later. It was 5:45, and then go and do a home gym workout here in the lounge. Sometimes using weights, sometimes not. Most of it was really HIIT style, so I could get a sweat on. I don't like slow paced stuff unless it's yoga. It just really bores me. In the middle of filming. Okay, 2 seconds. Sorry, interruptions. Okay, so as I was saying, what was I saying? I don't remember. So that's basically just what I'm doing. Sorry, I just scratched it, that's why I'm red. So I don't know what I was saying, guys. Nope. Oh yeah, home workouts. So a lot of like, I don't like really low intensity stuff too much. I just, when I feel like I need to get a workout in that's going to kind of make me sweat, because I was so used to like doing that stuff at the gym and running and being on the treadmill and you know, all of that. So that was a difference and kind of annoying, because we couldn't even walk in the complex, which I mean, it's understandable for what was going on, so we kind of just had to learn to accept it. But I mean, in the first few weeks people didn't really take it as seriously, and you definitely saw that. And then we all got notifications in the complex that you're going to be fined kind of thing if you don't stick to the rules, which I think was good. Now it's time for some bronzer. So yeah, and then I got a terrible phone call one morning from my mom super early. I was like panicked because I thought something happened with my dad. And I wanted to find out my youngest, well, one of my youngest sausage dogs, who's 6 years old and 9 months, was dragging her back legs and couldn't walk, just all of a sudden that morning. So I had to go and help my dad take her to the vet, which is here by us, which landed up then being taken to the Paulways Veterinary Hospital. That's 24 hours, because she had something seriously wrong with her spine or discs, and later on to find out that she had 2 herniated discs or 2 slipped discs in her back. So she had to have surgery to topple, you know, going on during the first start of lockdown. This is what's happening. We couldn't go see her, so we'd get like photos and stuff after surgery. Thank God everything went well. And now she's learning how to walk again, so I'm having to help her with physio every day, just getting her up on her back legs and starting to walk. She's doing really well now. If I can, I'll insert the clip. Look at you, good girl. So yeah, that's really exciting, good news so far. But I think it's just been hard knowing this is like our new reality. I mean, I went to the shops for the second time since lockdown started. The first time I went was just to Discam, and that was quick, in and out. So that's just that. I'm sorry if I'm scratching. Let me try and tone this down a bit. Anyway, yeah, that's what happened, and I've been having to go and do that ever since the 3rd week of the first lockdown. So she's going to be 8 weeks up post surgery in another 2 weeks time. And she's not walking properly yet, but she's definitely up on her feet and she can take a few steps. She's a bit wonky, but she's getting there. What to do next? I've had my eyebrows microbladed, but I might make them a bit darker. Okay, well let's just do mascara. My mom got me a new mascara that I haven't tried out yet. It's from Yardley London Lasting Infinity. The nice thing now about this new level 4 is that obviously we can go outside and walk and run and stuff, which I've been doing for the last 2 days, and it was amazing. But at first I was like super irritated because there were people who were running and jogging and walking in groups, and that was strictly advised not to do, which is also going to set us a bit back, I think, personally. And I think, yeah, I think we're in for a real rise in number of cases and deaths, because unfortunately the reality is people don't always listen to what's said. So mascara, let's try this mascara out. This is what it looks like. It's a really thin wand, that's the only thing. So yeah, that's not been the nice thing of being able to go outside again and, you know, go for a walk and go for a run. Obviously it's between certain times, so you have to stick to that, but that's okay with me because it puts me in more of a routine again. I have to say that my let's just speak on this quickly. My anxiety through this time has been through the roof, I'm not even joking. It's just been so, because everything's so unknown. You don't know like when everything's so back to normal. If it is, I mean, you have to get used to this new kind of like reality, if I can say that, of what we have to do, and like wearing masks when we go out, and having to stay home, and you can't go to do this and you can't go and do that, and you know, being so scared to catch it. And like obviously with my parents being a little bit older, I don't want to be in the position that I give it to them or anything like that, so that's kind of scary. But at the same time then you miss them, and like seeing your close friends, like it's tough. And especially like the work vibe, like having the routine of like getting up in the morning, going to the gym, coming home, bath, shower, have breakfast, go to work, you know, and then your routine there for the day, and then come home and you do this, and like everything's been like completely different. Like this, actually like this mascara, like a complete 180, which has been difficult for me. I know people with anxiety tend to struggle a bit more with change. And then yesterday when I went to the shops with Danilo, he went to Checkers and then I went to Discount and Woolworths, and I had my mask on, and I like literally found myself in a position where I was almost having a panic attack, because I just felt like, oh my god, all these people are around me, like someone here has it, they're gonna give it to me, I don't want to touch anything. And I feed off so much of people's energy, so I can tell like people were also so nervous, and like you could feel people were in a rush, and like then you don't want to be in the way, and then they don't want to be in the way, and everyone's like, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this. And then Daniel was like, but you're gonna have to get. Guys, I had to change over to my phone. My camera battery just died, so sorry, quality's not as good on here. But anyway, I've done my mascara. So as I was saying, so like Daniel was like, oh, but you gotta get used to it, you know, like this is gonna be around for a while. And I'm like, yeah, I know I do. It's just, sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around that this is the world we're living in right now, and this is what's happening. And like what I even find is so difficult, or I would hate to be right now, is like a lot of like one of my good friends is about to like pop and give birth, and one of my other friends has just found out like she's pregnant. She's still early days, and I'm just thinking it's so tough, because she was even telling me like her husband can't come in to like certain scans, and it's just sad. Like you know, it's the first time, and it's the first pregnancy, and it's just, yeah, it made me a bit sad. So that's the anxiety part of that all. So I really like this mascara, pretty nice. And I'm gonna just darken up my brows a bit.
Sorry.
No, what do you want? I'm gonna use this pencil. So I used the Rimmel Brow Pro Micro. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use just to kind of give them a bit more color. This is a nice pencil because it really goes on quite smooth. I'm still getting used to like the whole microbladed eyebrow. Because obviously my eyebrows are sitting now where they're meant to and not like low. But like it takes a while to like get used to it. See, just a little touch. See, yeah, I think that'll do. Maybe in the front here. So yeah, that's what's been happening with that. Then within like regards to my diet, it's been a nightmare if I'm really honest with you guys. It's just been so difficult. I've been dealing with a lot of emotions just like other people, and my outlet unfortunately is either gymming and eating. And when I'm bored, I eat, or when I'm like emotional, I eat, or when I'm in my head, I want to eat. So it's been for me like finding other outlets. Like I've been doing now yoga almost every afternoon, just to also get my flexibility up and just like be there and still in the moment and just, you know, kind of settle my mind. So yeah, I definitely haven't had the cleanest diet. I'm gonna be 100% honest about that. But I am trying my best going forward because I've just noticed how much it's impacted not just my skin, my stomach, my periods. Awful. This guys is a look. All party in the back. So yeah. Okay. Then we'll just do a little bit of a highlighter, just to keep it a little bit more natch, but a little more glam. I also don't have the brush here for that. Did I bring anything? Perhaps not. Okay, so we'll use our Real Techniques for a little shimmer. Some there. Some there. Cool. So that is my makeup pretty much done. I think I have a lipstick in here that I can maybe just like put something on my lips. Maybe we'll try this out. This is MAC. There. So I don't look too pale. But yeah, I just thought I would do this with you guys and make myself feel a little bit better. Everyone's been having it tough and there's been like obviously a lot going on, and we just got to do what we can with what we have. Unfortunately, we're all in this together. Everyone is going through the shit. Everyone, you know, is battling. I feel very blessed and lucky that I have a home and I still have a job and I have really amazing bosses. I'm really lucky for that. I know not everyone is lucky in that regard. So my heart does go out to those people and those people who like really rely on their salaries so much that, you know, obviously where they're working had to cut it or wasn't a big corporation or whatever the case may be. This is just annoying me. So for that I really sympathize with people. But guys, we just gotta, as much as we can, just be there for one another and take it day by day, because that's all we can do, and it's, you know, it's not going to change anytime soon. And that's the sad part of it, is that we have to still wait for a vaccine if there's going to be one. And even when things kind of go back to normal, there's what's going to be normal anymore, you know what I'm saying? There's not really a way that it's going to be. We have to find peace in our new normal, and I think that's one of the hardest things in trying to like change everything up, just so that we can also feel a little like ourselves. I mean, I have no nails and I bite the shit out of, you can see on there, like there and there. I bite my nails when I don't have my nails done, and I haven't had them done. So that's changed. And also I wanted to go more blonde, which now, I mean, go to aerobics, Yeah, that's the only blonde that's there, guys. But anyways, we'll just deal with it as it is. And yeah, there's my little look and just my little update on what's been happening. And I'm going to lose that weight again, and I'm going to gain more muscle and get rid of the flab, guys. Need to do it. Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in, and please keep healthy, keep sane, keep safe, keep positive, wash your hands, wear your mask, and abide by the rules. And let's kick this COVID shit as far as we can up its ass. Love you guys.